So guys, in today's video, I'm going to be talking about how to build self-discipline in trading. There's been so many of you that have messaged me saying that they just can't stick to your trading plan. You're not disciplined. You make a bit of money, then you suddenly lose it. And you just can't stick and you can't get consistent. So today I'm going to be talking about the struggles that I had doing that and how I rectified that and how I became a lot more disciplined inside and outside of trading. If you guys get value from the video, make sure you don't hesitate and subscribe, like, comment, I'll get back to you. If any of you are also interested in a free community, I've got a Discord down below where we all can chat, communicate, and yeah, if you're interested, click the link. And yeah, let's just get into the video. So firstly, the major issue I see and what I hear from is a lot of people say they have a good month, they start making a little bit of money, and then in a couple of months' time, they've blew it all, so they've lost, they've over-risked. They're now down, they're mentally struggling because they were up a little bit of money and now they're back down to zero and they feel like, does this work? Am I ever going to get good at this? So the first tangible step you need to do is you have to have a trading plan. So it doesn't matter what style you trade. I don't really care what style anyone trades. You know, you see some people that say, have to trade my style. You know, end of the day, there's so many like good trading plans. There's so many strategies that have a long-term edge in the market. So you just need to back test the strategy, do your research, find something that works for you, that you can execute, that suits your personality, that you're able to execute. And once you find that, make sure you have tangible rules that you follow. And then that way it limits your emotion because you're only executing the trade. You know exactly when you're entering, when you're exiting, how you're managing it. You're not just thinking, oh, it's going up, I'm going to buy. Or you're not thinking, oh, it's going against me, quickly get out. That you limit your emotion because you know, right, if it's going up now, I've entered, it's going up. Okay, now it's pulling back. Right, my management plan is if it breaks below this level, I'm out. And then if it breaks below level, you just get out. Even if it then goes on and continues to your direction, you have tangible rules because you know that if you follow those rules long term, that's what will produce consistent returns because that is back-tested strategy that has an edge. Number two as well, a lot of discipline happens outside of trading. So I wasn't aware of this when I first started because I generally just thought, like I said in the first point, just give me a profitable trading plan. But the reality is you need to be disciplined outside of trading, and discipline can be built. It's habits that you form. So there was times when my alarm would go off at 7 in the morning, 6:30 in the morning for London session, and I knew there was no trades. I knew there was no trades, so I was just like, oh, I'll sleep in. What's the harm? Like, I'm sleeping in, like, I may as well get a bit extra sleep. I'm not missing out on any trades, so I'm doing the right thing. It doesn't matter. But it did matter because even though there was no trades, I should be up, I should be disciplined, I should be getting up at the times that I need to be getting up, because then that messed up my routine for the next day, and then I struggled to sleep that night, but the next night. And when there was trades the next morning, because I messed up my routine and my sleep schedule, I was not at peak performance. You know, it's the same with going to the gym. You need to look for these long-term gratification things because before, you look for the quick fun in going out, having drinks, eating bad food. And although it's fun at the time, they're the behaviors which, like, for me, they filtered into my trading, where then I ended up executing trades quickly. I wasn't following my plan as disciplined. I was trading my balance, not my plan. So I was trading if I was up X amount of money. If it was pulling back, I'd be like, oh, I don't want to lose the money. It's going against me now. But at the end of the day, that's not going to work long term because you don't have a tangible rules to follow. Rather than letting it play out, pull back against me, I'm losing a bit of money, and then I know if it breaks below this level, I'm getting out. And then it continued higher, and you stick to your plan, and your plan is what will give you the profitable returns. You know, even going to the gym and doing those things that you don't want to do builds discipline. And by doing that, and for last year, me getting a lot more disciplined, it allowed me my trading to be more disciplined because I can follow my trading plan a lot more accurately, a lot more disciplined. And yeah, I think it's important that not only do you have a successful and good strategy, because of course there's no point having a strategy that doesn't work. You can't just be randomly doing it. You need to have tangible rules. You need to know exactly when you're buying, when you're selling, what you're looking for, how, and that way you're able to have a strategy, and that's one part, but it's the discipline outside of that which leads to long-term good results. Also, getting around like-minded traders. Like for me, when I was learning, and even now, there's not many people that I know that trade. So being around, like, in this community, I've also, like I said, got the Discord down below where we can all trade together. You know, you're able to hold each other accountable. You're able to see other people's mistakes that they're making that you wouldn't necessarily see, because when you're in an emotional state, you don't see things as clear. That's why when people review their trades, they tend to review them a week later, because then there's no emotion or no attachment tied to that trade. You can look back with logic and think, okay, why did I do that? And then sometimes it's staring you in the face. You're like, why did I do that? You literally look at it and you think, why am I doing that? But at the time, you thought that was the best decision, because maybe you had a few losses, you're emotional, you want to get that money back, so you just took a trade because you thought it was going off in the direction. There's a lot of momentum that came into the market, you bought, you wanted to catch that momentum, and it ended up pulling back against you. And when you look back at your trading plan, you think, why did I take that trade? So I think holding each other accountable is important, which is why being in a community of people is crazy, is so good, because like I said, there's not many people that trade, or not many people that will understand trading. So it's very important that you guys get around like-minded people, whether it's people in your area or people online like this channel and stuff. But yeah, that's massively important, because they'll hold you accountable. They'll put you back on the straight and narrow. There's people you can learn from. So yeah, I think it's extremely important that, like they say, you are the sum of the 5 people you hang around. So if you're around traders all day, trading, talking, trading, chat, you're going to naturally improve. Lastly, and this is extremely important, is and I mentioned this a bit briefly before, but you have to trade your trading plan, not your account balance. So you can't think of the money and you can't think of the outcome of every trade. You build discipline by letting go of the outcome. Like if you go to the gym, you don't expect to look or see visual changes within a couple of weeks. You know, when you show up to the gym each day, you're doing it for effectively no results, like initially. But you know, long term, if you do these same certain actions, the process, the outcome will naturally occur. And it's the same with trading. You can't look at trading and think, oh, I'm going to London session today, I'm going to make £100 today, I'm going to make £200, I'm going to make £50, I'm going to have 3 wins in a row. You can't think like that, because it's probability. You don't know which sequence of wins and losses are going to occur. You know your data, you know you have a good strike rate, 60, 65, 70%. You know you have good risk reward, so if you take a couple of losses, you can get that back. But you can't go into it thinking, right, this trade's going to win. You could have a perfect trade, a perfect setup, and it's happened to me at the start. I had a perfect trade that I thought there's nothing better than this. It looks absolutely phenomenal, and it ended up losing. And I'm like, wow, like you can't predict whether this sequence, the probability, you don't know when it's going to win or lose. So with that trade, instead of me getting frustrated and thinking this strategy doesn't work, I accept that it was a good trade because it was exactly part of my strategy. Although that lost, if I took that trade 10, 20, 50 times, I'm going to win 65% of the time with a risk reward of 1 to 2. So I'm going to be up on my money. So you have to look at it from that perspective, and you have to let go of the outcome on a singular trade. You need to build up a big sample size of trades that you take. So aim with a strategy, aim to take 50, 100 trades. Then look at the data and think, okay, am I up on my money? Am I down? Is the strategy working? Am I following it as good as I should? And it takes a lot of discipline to be able to do that, because sometimes you want to swap strategies, you want to change, you want to look for the next best thing, but you need to stick with it like you would in anything, like I said, the gym, eating clean. You might not see the results initially, but you need to stick with these things, and then long term, you start seeing these results compound. Same with trading. Don't look on Instagram and look at these traders that are making more than you, or look like they're doing better. You need to stick with your strategy, stick with your trading plan, give it time to play out, allow the edge to play out. And long term, if you're executing, being disciplined, you will get the results you want. So if you guys get value from this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I appreciate the support on all the videos. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.